cookie cutters, God gave you a nose to breathe with so you can keep your mouth shut. Welcome to the podcast. Take a seat.
Episode 69, Leonard.
And what a fitting guest today. We have the world champion, the modern day Winston Churchill.
We play the Rocky theme, but it demonetizes.
What'd you call him? Apollo Cringe?
Apollo Cringe. I like that one. That one was good. As I'm walking up, I hear, here's Apollo Cringe.
The world champion. What do you think about that, Jay? Who, by the way, chickened out for this podcast, too.
I'm surprised you didn't make one of those belts.
Yeah, well, I could have, but, there's enough stupid shit going on as it is.
If only we had something to talk about tonight, right? Only.
Well, good thing you did that live.
Yeah, I know. That what gave the Maniacs what they needed. Cause
Imagine that not being filmed at all. No one probably would have believed it until they saw it.
Well, Conservative Cuban was filming too.
Yeah, he got some good footage.
Yeah, but Lenny's commentary was fucking great. Yeah. I went back and watched it was hysterical.
I watched it and I thought the fight was in slow motion because your phone's kind of slow.
No, that's just us. That was just us.
Speedy,
two retards fucking in the park.
We missed you guys, Andrew and Brad, a lot.
Well, I was watching it at work. I was watching it with one of my coworkers.
I know. I turned it on. Pomps had messaged me. Are you watching this? I said, oh, shit.
And then when the park ranger came over, I texted you, Lenny. I said, tell him you're filming a scene. You're an independent filmmaker and you're filming a scene for a movie. And if I was there, I would have told the guy, yeah, we're filming a Rocky remake and we're calling it McCuck. It's about a boy who was 12 years old and got his legs crushed. And he's exacting revenge on the bully who made fun of him when he was a kid. That's what I would have.
It's actually a great idea.
That's what I was going to tell the park ranger.
Why the park ranger showed up is because of the crowd they saw. There was Maniacs standing around.
And what was the first thing Jay said? What are you guys doing here? We're doing a boxing match.
No.
What the fuck?
That's like two guys standing around a bank acting suspicious, and the police said, what are you doing here? We're going to rob a bank.
Exactly. He was trying to fucking forfeit that shit.
I even
so
said
bad.
to the park ranger, I said, we're going to do some training. Nothing really big. We're trying to good deflect.
And good thing you were there to.
What did he say? You need a permit to train?
It's bullshit.
What is
That's
that
complete
shit?
Bullshit because there's fucking Brazilian jiu-jitsu guys training.
Well, what about, isn't jogging considered training?
Yeah.
So you need a permit to jog?
Correct.
The fuck is that?
They just saw a crowd. The one dude was suspicious. Guy in a golf cart. He was suspicious. He saw guys standing around, talking shit and, acting like retards.
Right. And he when he was still in view of you guys, Jay had to butch up and fucking chest bump you, try to get himself psyched up, and was real loud so that guy could hear it and end it before it started. And that's why Lenny said, the park ranger's looking, we gotta go.
That happened very
And
quick.
good thing Lou was there, because if Lou wasn't there, that shit wouldn't have fucking happened.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he was like, fuck it, let's go.
And Adam, you didn't back down an inch.
No, I didn't.
When he came at you.
No, I didn't.
I mean, that's a bull. I mean, that's a powerful, big man.
I know everybody thinks that I'm going to gloat about, a fabulous win, but honestly, complete transparency, I am not happy with the fucking outcome of that at all. The only thing I get a victory in,
it wasn't a win, it was a forfeit.
Listen, nobody won. Jay lost, nobody won. That's as simple as it.
Well, if Jay didn't get hurt, what do you think the outcome would have been?
5-10 more seconds, his tank would have been fucking done. Because
he was
gassed. As he was coming at me,
Adam, you're turning me on.
And
Lenny's got his finger up his ass.
So there's two things I'm disappointed in. One, the outcome of how it ended, because I wish it would have gone longer. And two, I think I said this in Leonard's live, was there was zero power behind Jay's fucking punches. The two ones that he landed, what I can compare it to is like if somebody threw a pillow across the room.
Well, the way you guys were swinging, it was like those gloves weighed 100 pounds each.
And Lou says, oh, that's just, the gloves being 16 ounces. But you felt the momentum of his punch, but they legitimately, when I got hit the second time, I said 5-10 more seconds, his tank's gonna be empty, and it's gonna be done.
It was like windmill shit, and he was like palming.
He was hitting me with the bottom of his hand.
Yeah.
So one of the things I know the Maniacs are going to want us to talk about was the Mike Tyson versus Francois Botha arm lock.
Oh, the illegal MMA fucking move that I trained for.
Boxing fans will know what I'm talking about. You remember when Tyson fought Francois Botha, and after the fight, he said, I was trying to break that motherfucker's arm. So it's on YouTube. Go look at it. But Jay sent me this screenshot, and he asked me to read it on the podcast and get your reaction. Mm-hmm. So it says, Jay, that hold that Adam did is an actual move used in Russian Sambo competitions. I don't know the name of it, but have seen it used multiple times. I guarantee he drilled that move over and over in case he found himself in trouble, which he was. Any competent ref would have instantly disqualified him and possibly declared you the winner. Even though you holding his head is illegal, it would only have resulted in the separating of you both and giving you a verbal warning. One of your shots actually buckled his knees right before he used the illegal hold. What a dirty, disgusting, cowardly way out for him to weasel out. And then it's hearted by whoever.
I totally weaseled out.
Received it. Thoughts?
Well, Jay contradicted that statement. He's saying that he doesn't think Adam had the wherewithal to do that. I don't know where I saw
It wasn't a planned maneuver. He was holding down my head, and if you watch it, I'm trying to hit him and get him off of me. It wasn't like a planned fucking MMA move where I was like, oh, this is my chance. I'm going to fucking just tear his pec out of his fucking chest. It wasn't planned. His conditioning was not there. He did not train for it. He did not take it seriously.
Did either of you guys warm up beforehand?
Was it about 48 degrees out, right?
I mean...
50?
50s.
50s?
No, neither one of us warmed up.
No stretching, no
I
warm-up,
stretched
nothing?
before I got to the park. But other than that, I was ready to go. And I already said from day one when we were talking about this fight, I'm no fucking boxing specialist. I'm no MMA specialist. That's why, like, all this shit about...
I could have fooled me.
Yeah, all this, Adam knew this MMA move, like, in his back pocket. Give me a break. Do I look like a fucking UFC fighter?
We should get Max Kellerman to watch it, see what he thinks.
And they get in his head, and he thinks he's gonna, oh yeah, this is true. Like, it was an illegal move or whatever. No, you were that unprepared.
Excuses.
Yeah, you were that unprepared, and that was the result of you not being prepared. Simple as that.
Well, he was hoping to end it within 30 seconds because he would have been winded after. Well, he was winded.
He was
after 20
done.
seconds.
He blew his load in 15 seconds.
That was his plan.
And my plan was to fucking let him do that. And if you watch it, I'm dancing around him as much as I can, and those two punches were nothing.
Float like a butterfly.
Well, Lou, when you and Lou called me after, Lou said, because I said that, did any of those punches actually make contact? And Lou said, no, it was all leather. They're hitting each other.
Two did.
Okay.
Two punches landed on me, and it the momentum of the punches, but there was no power behind them.
And I made the comment, it's all leather. What, Brad fought?
Morally, you did the right thing by not going after him when he was saying he was injured, but anybody else...
He showed a lot of class. It's like everything went your way. And honestly,
that was the right thing to do, but
I know.
Nobody else that he's run his mouth about would have done that. He's lucky it was you that he was boxing.
Fucking 2 seconds where I'm moving in, every thought in my head...
Even Lou was like, hit him, Adam, go.
Yeah, I know.
I was saying the same thing.
You want to hear the honest truth? As I'm fucking coming in to, he's saying he's hurt, and I'm asking him, he's like, get away from me. I looked in his eyes, and I swear to God, I saw a scared little boy. I saw his eyes of, being injured. I'm hurt. This guy's coming at me. I'm going to take off my gloves. That's what I saw, fear that he was injured. And then I stopped. And I'm glad I stopped because now all this other shit about an illegal move, whatever, I talked to Andrew that Saturday after, and he's like, you know what? You did the right thing because knowing Jay, he'll fucking go get a lawyer. It's assault. The fight was done. He'll come after you.
Yeah. You couldn't have hit him after that.
So
even if you
glad.
I want to see
I wish you would have.
I know. I have mixed feelings on it too.
I want to see if we can get a certain celebrity's opinion of the fight. Hang on. Let's see if he answers.
Is it Jason?
Maybe not.
You know what coin I got? He still hasn't picked up that Nazi coin they sent him.
Yeah, I still have it.
I'll take it.
You should.
Put the flag up on that.
All right, no answer. I'll try to get the Sith Lords take on the fight. What?
No, I was going to say, if you didn't want to say it, show me who you were calling.
Yeah, it was Genoa.
Okay.
That fight sucked, bro.
That's what he told me.
Really?
He called me the other day. He was telling me about his new Confederate money that he obtained. I said, hey, did you see the big fight? He's that's fucking stupid. What are they doing?
He's right.
So stupid.
He's right. It really was an idiotic, stupid thing. Now, I've told people there was a whole conversation that Jay and I had off camera behind my car while my trunk was open.
That was before the fight, right?
Before the fight. So Jay comes over to check my gloves, and I showed him my gloves, and I looked dead at Jay and said, Jay, do you want to have a conversation about the shit you said, or do you want to go fucking at it like animals in the park?
Jason just texted me, what is it? I am busy. 3 exclamation points. Then shopping. I want to tell him to call me.
And I said to him, do you want to talk about this or you want to, go at it like retards in the park? And he legitimately said to me, do you want to call this off? I have better things to do. My truck got towed or whatever.
Good.
And I was like, I came here for a reason.
That actually happened, though, by the way. I saw him when I saw him at the gym.
$1,000.
Yeah, yep.
Good. Fuck.
To get it back.
Well,
Anything bad that happens to him, good.
it's called karma.
It's karma. And you know what? If he was a humble person with a conscience, he might think like maybe all the fucked up shit I've said and done, maybe this is kind of payback, but he doesn't think like that.
So I'll say
He's a
this.
fucking
I'll say
scumbag.
this. My victory in all of this is the humiliation, even though it doesn't affect Jay.
Hey, listen.
Is the humiliation
He
he
got,
got out
he
of
got
this.
his truck towed. He got hurt, and you didn't even break a fucking
sweat.
And
That's
you didn't
where
get any damage done.
Exactly.
So, at the end of the day, who's the fuck? If you want to say you're a winner, fine.
You stopped. You didn't have to, and
But you shouldn't have.
you didn't back down an inch. You didn't run your mouth. You showed a lot of class. And
I can never tell if Lenny's trolling me or not anymore.
what do you mean?
No, he's being honest.
Oh, he's
right
being
now.
honest?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He's being honest right now. He was trolling you in my garage on
I
Christmas
saw that.
Day.
It was hysterical.
When
by
he
the
was
way.
making fun of how you run.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I
Shadow
do much
boxing.
better, honestly. But
That's good. It's good. It's fucking.
big-
You
What
see
did they
those
call that?
eyes.
It's in the eyes. Him screaming. Ah! It's great.
Jason is such a prick. Just text me. Text me. Why are you calling me?
Just say never mind. Fucking.
But what do they call it? The big elephant in the room. A lot of comments said it. Brad, they want you in the ring.
No, that's stupid.
What are you trying to? You're
No, here
gonna
we
be
go.
like Jay and want to instigate a fight between me and McCock.
I'm just saying what
I
the
don't-
comments were, the majority.
Because
you didn't, guys didn't see
Jay
them.
is inciting that.
It wasn't necessarily saying you versus Adam,
Jay is
but they want you in the ring.
Jay is a well, he put Jay into retirement too. Jay said he's never boxing again after that.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, I mean, what more could you have done?
I think Jay should do the total opposite. I think he should take some boxing lessons, buy a heavy bag, work on his game, come back 6 months from now.
Or
for a rematch.
Someone else.
maybe not fucking challenge people to fights and get injured and show up not conditioned.
Or
and
challenge
shit.
people to a fight when you can't fight.
Well, before the podcast started, we were talking about some of the people that Jay has called out. Could you imagine if he was face to face with someone like Mac Truck?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
or anybody else he's
Yeah.
called out would have
Who's Matt Trump? Never heard of her.
Yeah, would have not
Yeah.
been as nice as you were. He's lucky, and that's probably the reason why he took the match with you, because you have the worst genetics out of anybody
Right.
that he's challenged.
Right. Yep.
So anybody wants to say I give Jay credit for showing up? Fuck you.
Nah.
He deserves no credit.
Yeah, I know.
For
How
showing
does
up.
he?
I
He
know.
deserves credit to show up to fight a guy that's outweighs by over 100 fucking pounds. He's almost a half foot taller than him. Give him
Brad,
credit.
it's not so much of an
Ooh, he's
advantage
a
in a
big
boxing
fucking
match.
man.
If it was a wrestling match or a fight,
Oh, forget it.
different story.
Correct.
Wait, devil's advocate here. Jay, this is another screenshot Jay texted me and asked me to read on the podcast. All right?
Just have him call in.
I'll call him after I read this. Or I'll text him.
That'd be great.
This is called The Case for a Rematch and Legitimate Defense of Jay Masters.
Of course.
I guess this is a YouTube comment. Anyone who knows anything about the sweet science of boxing will recognize that Big Jay was winning that fight before the injury per the following reasons. Jay threw more punches. Fact. Jay landed more punches. Fact. Jay controlled the center of the fighting space at all times. Fact. That's not me saying fact. That's in writing here. As per the above points, who the fuck wrote this? Johnny Cochran? Jay was undisputedly winning a 10-9 round, possibly 10-8, in his favor until the following acts occurred, which are considered improper and or illegal in nature under universally recognized boxing rules.
What federation were we fighting in?
This was a licensed
Give me
sanctioned
a
event.
fucking break.
This
It was two retards in the fucking park fighting.
Adam,
Wait,
come
wait,
on.
wait. There's more. After Jay finished measuring the distance between them with some, I'm about to stop reading this, with some loose jabs, he swarmed Adam with a barrage of strikes. But Adam backpedaled way out of bounds, which
Out
is,
of bounds.
but that's why Jay wanted a ring.
I didn't give him the pleasure of having a fucking.
And got to falsely escape the exchange. Had this bout taken place in a ring, as it should have been, Jay would have cut off the ring, bullied Adam into the ropes or corner, and got to finish his barrage. Okay, but I'm not going to
the
read
same injury
This
would have
shit goes
fucking
on and on.
happened in a ring or outside. It didn't matter. He was in no shape to fucking fight or throw punches. Simple as that.
Yeah, I mean,
You telling me inside a ring he was not going to get injured?
you clinched him because.
But what would have happened first? He would have gotten you boxing into a corner, or he would have torn the pec. What would have happened first?
For whatever. Yeah, if you're going to go by CompuBox numbers, yeah.
CompuBox. Dude, where's Larry Merchant to fucking throw us 2 cents into?
When there's something like that happens in a regular boxing sanctioned event, if it's a 12-round fight, it goes to the judges' scorecards. If it's before 4 rounds or after 4 rounds, before 4 rounds, it's either disqualification or unable to finish, whatever. And then so who the fuck? What are we talking about?
Exactly.
Who gives a fuck?
They put too much. I keep saying
Jesus Christ.
It's not a. It wasn't a legitimate.
We used to do this shit in my buddy's front yard when we were kids. He got boxing gloves for Christmas one year, and we all used to fight each other in his front yard like assholes.
Well, there's nothing going out. There's nothing else going on in the Genovaverse. We got to
putting
milk
so
this
much
shit.
thought into it. Like I appreciate all the messages, and I talk about it with people, but it boils down to it. It was not like a legitimate boxing match.
And whatever, if it's a regular fight,
like lose a real ref.
You didn't get you came out injury free. He came out with an injury.
That's called karma.
I don't know. So
that's what I've told plenty of people.
He had nothing,
that day I played the role of karma.
And I said it before too. It was a lose for him.
Oh yeah.
Either just show any whatever he
like
did.
Adam pointed out, he showed up and he gave him credit. Adam had enough classes said that on film.
I did because a lot of people had messaged me saying he's not going to show up. Basically, 90% of people messaged me said he's not going to show up.
And a lot of people messaged me saying you're counting on him not showing up, and that they proved that wrong. You did. You proved them wrong with that.
I was seething fucking the past couple of days, but right up to that day.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Was there any point in time where you were scared?
No, I was
like after he chest bumped you and nope.
I believe him. I didn't see an ounce of fear.
Nope. I'm gonna say this: when you have faced things like I have in my life, someone like that doesn't even shake me at all.
I'm gonna ask you another question. Were you on type of any performance-enhancing stimulant?
A Bang energy drink that was in my hand.
Yeah. And what did Jay tell you he was taking up until
he was
then?
on water-based testosterone, which, by the way, both of you can attest to. I've never torn a muscle unless I was on heavy androgens. You were on Tren. You tore pec. I've torn many things on androgens. Tren. Suspension's a very fast-acting. It can dry you out, but that's no surprise. Most guys that lift, they're always tearing something, not necessarily in the gym, but when they trip and fall, putting a hand down to brace their fall, moving. A lot of guys tear a bicep tendon. I knew a guy that carried a mirror, bodybuilder, and Jay, that didn't surprise me a bit, and I knew when it happened. People were saying he was gassed out, and I knew when it would happen. He tore a muscle.
Well, he was gassed out.
Well, he tore.
Completely.
It shocked him.
His breathing was. He wouldn't have been able to go more than that minute.
Although I'll say this, I've been DMing Cornelius Parkin, who's one of the top trainers in the world, and he told me, and some of the lifts he does was no joke. He tore muscles, as did Brad, and kept going.
A lot of people did message me that.
After Brad tears his pec, he's doing cable cross.
Are you saying Jay should have kept fighting?
What are you doing? In that case,
that's what a lot of people.
Because he still had his right arm.
Exactly. A lot of people messaged me and said that he could have kept going with his right arm, and he decided not to.
And he also said he could beat you with one arm tied behind.
Exactly. So then what happened to that?
Karma.
Yeah.
Right there.
UFC fighters break a hand and they keep fighting
and keep going.
Yeah.
So if he really wanted to knock my head off, why can't you use your right arm?
Because he was fucking gassed.
Done. Exactly. Right. So all these fucking, detailed Larry Merchants writing these long paragraph autobiographies. Look at the fact that Jay was gassed out within like 10 seconds.
And a lot of fans were disappointed it was that quickly, but let's see them get in there.
Why does this surprise anybody though? That it happened the way it did. It doesn't. Shit did not surprise me.
Surprise is the pec tear. But honestly, Adam, I was getting ready to stop it. If he didn't tear that pec,
his punches had nothing behind them. Nothing. I'm not trying to be a tough guy.
Well, Lou said the same thing, and Lou was standing right there. He said there was nothing.
I have taken punches from people half Jay's size that punched harder. Jay had nothing behind his punch. Absolutely nothing. And if they did, I would say it. Just like I said, he showed up. I would give him credit for that. If he had power behind his punches, I'd say he had power behind his punches. He had nothing.
That windmill technique doesn't work, huh?
There was that one chick that was on Joe's Live that said like he was like Hulk smash, like I crushed, like the way he was punching with the bottom of his hand.
Who is that girl?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
That was pretty fun. That's somebody Jay would like too.
At the end of the day,
he likes anything that nobody else would fuck.
After it was all said and done, I walked up to Jay and I said, "Are we done?" He said, "We've been done." And I said, "Just leave my kid out of your mouth." Simple as that.
For now.
Yeah, I know.
He will never shut his mouth until he's in jail or fucking dead. That's him. He's just one of those. He's a straight up fucking bully. And one day it's gonna bite him in the ass.
In my opinion, anything he does pales in comparison to the embarrassment he he brings on himself
Correct.
for talking about any kid.
Right.
To me, that is more embarrassing than what I did.
That was the final straw for me.
He completely embarrasses himself constantly.
But, Brad, I want to pose a question
But
to
he
you.
doesn't give a fuck.
I hope you're kidding, but you keep saying you want to kill him or you be in jail.
I never said that.
I hope you're not serious.
I didn't say that. When did I say that?
You did. You guys have read that.
Yeah, if I
You're going to kill him for over what he said?
I'm not going to kill him. I never
Okay.
said I would kill him. I'm going to kill
What's
him.
the name? What's the name of that movie again? The Purge, when you can do whatever you want for
Yeah.
one night,
One
and
day
get
you
away
can
with
murder
it.
anybody you want
Would you do it?
in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
In a heartbeat.
if I knew
Who would they be
if
at?
I knew I wouldn't destroy my family,
Same opponent.
and go to
from
prison
Saturday.
for the rest of my life.
Yeah, like
get
in The
sued.
Purge.
Yeah,
You know how Leonard,
absolutely.
you have said like fighting is like it's no hatred, nothing like that. That
Right.
Saturday was completely the opposite. It was 100% hatred.
You would have kept going. No,
Gentlemen, I can
You would've
provide
kept going.
from my part. If he, I mean, come on, it just works. Don't carry hate because of that. Because
Oh, I'm good
it
now.
makes it work on. It just carries. Let things go like that.
oh, it doesn't. Hey,
They old
listen,
saying.
I live my life. He doesn't
Sticks and
affect
stones
it.
can break my bones, but names can't.
I understand
hurt
what
you
you're
or
saying.
anybody.
I know. I get what you're saying. He's got to live with himself.
Yeah.
He speaks from. I know where it comes from.
But like I said, there's thousands of people around the world sitting in jail because someone called their mother a pig or the.
What's the old
N-word.
saying? The graveyards are full of
full of
people
tough-
with big egos.
Yeah, the graveyard's filled with tough guys.
Yeah.
And that was never that for me. This was
My
never
uncle
like
always said.
this was never
Graveyard's
like
filled with tough guys.
me trying to prove like I'm some tough guy.
Well, Adam, you
badass,
did. You
whatever.
proved stuff
No,
to love
that
it.
wasn't- it
you
wasn't-
proved it to me. You didn't back down. You didn't flinch. You weren't scared. I could see that. You stood your ground and you were confident in your abilities, and it worked out to your favor. And there's nothing anybody can say to downplay that victory.
There wasn't much boxing ability.
And as far as calling yourself two retards, I disagree.
At least your feet were.
You
in
guys
the
are
right
middle-aged
spot.
men
He was square.
going at it. That's keeping you young.
Yeah,
And hopefully it'll never be the same between you and him again like it was in the past. I highly doubt that. And I'd commend you if you both went in for a rematch.
no, I'm done.
But it doesn't matter because what's done is done.
Yeah.
But aren't you riding the thrill of victory in a way? Like you want.
No, it's like Brad said. Like if I had, like the hatred that was there, like that split second of to keep hitting him. But once I looked in his eyes and I saw that look of like a wounded animal, like scared, it just like I was done.
Like Bambi.
Exactly.
You have a conscience.
The thrill of victory. You're fucking killing me, Lenny.
No, I respect you to what Dale Chance does. I don't respect that. There's no excuse.
It always goes
for
back to
that.
Dale.
There's no good reason for
Hey,
that.
speaking of which, what are you doing now with Leo, with Dale?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know that. Whatever. But
You got a 9 or 9:30 tonight.
I have
The Zoom.
a Zoom, and I think Dave wanted me to come on with Lee Priest at midnight. I don't know if I can make it that late. I got to get a meal in because Friday's January 1st, and that starts a serious bulk site.
For what?
The Ruby, of course.
You got your stack ready to go.
I'm going at natural this year.
I think the next time there's any beef between anyone in our Genovaverse, settle it on the stage. Settle it at the Ruby.
I am disappointed too that PJ couldn't come through with the ring because that would have been great.
Yeah.
That actually, that would have been better for sure.
I kind of, for PJ's, I think he just did that on purpose.
No, he had to return the ring. He was renting that ring.
To who?
Some place in Tampa. Some
Why did
wrestling.
It's a wrestling
wrestling
school in
ring.
Tampa.
He did it for some videos to promote Christmas or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't see those
The ones
things?
Yeah, I
Jason
saw
was
them, but this,
What?
I saw them. He could have had me in the ring with little Gus.
Guy.
He can't even beat Gus.
Well, I tell you what, if he did host that with you and Guy Cincernino and McCuck and McLeod, he would have got or McCuck and Jay. Jay's a
Then
cuck.
you really could've-
Cybercuck and McCuck.
Yeah.
Then you could have really lived out the whole wrestling thing.
I know.
Yeah,
Could have built
your
up this
fantasy
whole thing of
would've-
Delray Mania.
It would have got his channel a lot more views than what that other shit he did.
To what extent did you enjoy doing all these little promos and stuff
Oh, I
before
had fun
the
with
fight?
it. No, I did. I did.
Was it trolling or were you serious?
No, I was trolling completely, 100%.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God, because if that was serious,
I'm no fucking
if that-
boxing
okay, 'cause
MMA
If that was,
person.
if
Okay,
that was
good.
serious,
Yeah.
that puts it to a whole nother cringe level.
I know-
I'm
I know
glad
the
to know.
game of trolling, too.
Now, okay, good. Now I feel better about it.
Yeah, makes two of us.
So it's like, you see those eyes.
Those eyes, him screaming.
I called it on Leo and longevity. I said who would win, and Jay was intimidated by that. I said it. So
anytime I was serious is when I was talking about Jay. I had fun with it on the side of it with the help of people like Transform X, big shout out, people like that.
Speaking of big shout outs, there's a YouTube channel, but he goes by the Mike's cutting out. He goes by the name of Thank you, Adam. He goes by the name of Mr. Snowflake. Did you see his videos, Lenny? History of Delray Misfits Part 1 and 2.
I think 3.
Those were great.
Didn't see it yet, but I'm gonna watch.
And they were surprisingly accurate. His narration, discussing of the storylines, really good stuff. The time he took to do that.
Yeah, and the editing.
Appreciate it.
It was good.
And it was very surreal watching it because I don't remember a lot of that shit. I don't remember filming a lot of that stuff and the interactions and conversations that took place. So watching it, it's kind of like, damn, was that really me? Saying those things, filming those things.
Yeah, it's well done. I wonder how many parts he's going to do.
No, I would say at least another 3 or 4.
Yeah, he's keeping the Misfits alive with those, that's for sure, for eternity.
Yeah.
Because they tell this complete storyline.
I like when people take our content and are creative with it. It's lame when these guys just fucking re-upload without putting any creativity behind it. Just steal your shit and repost it. Chuck E. Cheese Ranch. But he's okay. We don't mind. We know you do it, but I like to see him be a little creative. If you're going to take the time, I mean, the fuck. I don't know why you have so much time on your hands. But
Adam, what did you eat that morning pre-fight?
shit sandwich.
I think it was. What did I eat that morning?
What was McCuck breakfast?
I know. Brad loves my posts. I should film my feet more.
Oh God, those fucking Sasquatch legs! Jesus Christ!
I think it was. I carved up that morning.
Because I was going to say, because you were doing low carb, it seemed like.
I was.
And I'm thinking, what is he, crazy? You need that fuel, but
carbs are my enemy. So
you did like sort of a rotation, which Ronnie Coleman used to do. Some days high carb, some days low carb. Manipulate the body.
Yeah, Christmas Eve I had lasagna, and then the day of the fight I had waffles in the morning.
Yeah, that's what the NFL players used to do. Some guys used to eat back in the 70s, pound of bacon, a bunch of pancakes, and a quart of coffee, black coffee.
Well, at least this was also a good motivator for you to drop a few tons.
Yep.
What'd you say, a few tons?
How much weight did you lose?
Today I'm 212. So from Tampa I was 260. Got back here I was 230. Now I'm 213.
That's good.
How old are you now, if I may ask?
39. I'll be 40.
I didn't know they were that old.
Somebody in their 50s that shouldn't be fighting is pretty old.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think hats off to you, just guys. Keeps you young.
How much? What's your goal weight now?
If I get to like 195, 200, I know like a lot of the trolls. He should be like 150. I can. I used to be 180, 185 in New York. I didn't feel right.
Adam, did you ever get your test levels checked?
Yeah, I'm 6 in the 600s.
Good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. I mean, you're a big guy.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No. I'm gonna be real. Listen,
You're too modest.
He's not saying big muscular.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then, he's totally accurate.
Underneath it. There's muscle underneath it.
Yeah, I have horrible genetics, so you got to remember that.
I don't get that. How do people analyze your genetics from looking at you?
Well, the reason why I'm
how does somebody analyze genetics by looking at somebody?
Look, I'm 5'8", right? And the reason I was actually going to be taller, but they stapled my growth plates from my accident. So because one leg was growing longer than the other.
How tall are your parents? How tall was your father?
My dad was 5'10". My mom is 5'9". But all my uncles are 6 foot and above.
What is your
my brother's
nationality?
6'1". So once they stapled the growth. Oh, Kyle.
The twink.
Yeah.
the no-show fuck.
Yeah, the only guy that I called to be in my corner and went to the
Not
wrong
only that,
park.
to get a high-quality film for the Maniacs of that from different angles.
Yeah, you saved the
I
day,
was very
buddy.
upset with
You
that.
saved the day. Don't.
Yeah, no, you did.
People
Leonard
appreciate
did.
that, man.
Well, thank you. You know who we try to use a lot of technique and don't take it in a bad way was you, Prince.
Oh, thank
a lot
you.
Of your interview
Good, there you go.
Thanks.
The knowledge, the mentor.
Yeah, hell of a
You were
job.
walking around interviewing
Everybody
everybody.
says hands down, nobody gets interviews like you. I mean, it's even on TV and stuff.
Thanks. You know, it's funny. I was watching it at work with a coworker, and I had to keep pausing it because I had to do work-related shit. So I was about 7 or 8 minutes behind what was actually happening. So I was watching 7 or 8 minutes in the past while reading the comments saying, "Holy shit, he tore a pec, he tore a pec," and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, so I knew what happened before I actually got to see it. It was kind of annoying.
And without going through the Ancestry.com, what is your nationality?
My
Much
dad.
as we could possibly.
My dad is Dominican.
Okay.
And my mom is of Scottish, Irish, and German descent or something.
So you took your mother's name.
Yeah. My brother's the only person.
You're
that
half
has-
Dominican?
Yeah.
No
dad,
shit.
And my dad was Dominican.
What part of DR was you from? You know?
Santiago.
Okay.
But of course,
And I married a Dominican too.
the
so
white
I'm in real trouble.
Dominicans mostly came from Italy. Or
Yeah, like my wife's family, they did the ancestry, and then most of them were from Italy. So it's just like a majority of them came from Italy, landed right in.
Anyone want anything to drink?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm glad. Thank you. Adam, it was real really proud of you. I still am to this day. I mean,
Well, I appreciate that, Leonard. I really do.
No, it was good.
I thought it was going to be, honestly, I did.
Okay. I've actually had a lot of people that reach out to me and say, hey, it was a shit show, but you stuck up for what,
It took a lot of guts. I thought he could possibly give you brain damage, knock out a tooth.
It could have happened. It could have
Yeah,
happened.
without a doubt.
Yeah. If he had more power behind his punches, he
If
could have
actually-
knocked my
if-
head off.
If he actually had the power and ability that he thought he had.
Did your wife and son know what you were doing that day?
This
No comment.
this just goes to show you that most of these musclehead bodybuilder powerlifters probably can't fight their way out of a paper fucking bag.
My wife is mad at me for completely different reasons.
And that's part of the reason why
Reasons, plural.
Actually, one reason.
Yeah, I've seen your neighbor, and she's pretty hot, so I can't.
You remember?
Oh yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Good God.
I'm sure that's what it has a little something to do with it. Maybe
No.
He's in the back window.
little camera and
I do the glass on the wall to hear what's going on next
I
door.
think you got the cameras going.
Drill the little
She's-
holes.
Yeah.
It's insane.
That bitch is smoking. I
know.
Holy
I
shit.
did a live one time on the old New Universal Order channel, and I went into the leasing center. But as soon as I went in there, because it's all cement, it got pixelated. So they call her like the Dominican pixelated woman. Like nobody actually really saw what she looked like, but Jesus.
She's
I
a
mean,
fucking 10, that one. I don't think she has a 10 either, Leonard.
No.
She does. That's a plus.
I have 35 minutes without tranny talk.
You know what? I'm
pretty
going to
good.
tell you honestly.
Yeah.
I began
It's out of
a
your-
little to do with
it's out
it,
of your
but
system.
When my testosterone, when I'm on like TRT, I'm not into. I don't get those crazy perverted thoughts. That's simple.
What do you
'Cause I've
think-
been taking 250 milligrams of Cypionate for like a few last months, and just doesn't get that same feeling.
Don't have the urges anymore. That's good.
Not to do that. So no, honestly, my porn watching is like a bare minimum, almost
What took its place?
educational things. Philosophy. There's so much on the internet, which some of you young people, you don't understand that what you have in your hands, even though with the censorship, that's everything you could imagine.
It's a library at your
Yes, not only that, it's college, encyclopedias, a library in a second. But sadly, what are most people watching? Stupidity. You still see rappers or whatever you call them, millions of views. TikTok, millions of views.
Yeah, your idiot friend out, Chuck Basher videos, Greg
Yes.
Douchette. His name is Douche. What does that tell you?
Who's this?
That guy that screams like a fruit on this fucking... Yeah, Jesus Christ. You can't stand more than 20 seconds of that creep.
Have you been following the story about Alec Baldwin's wife?
No.
You haven't? Who?
Kim Basinger?
No. Well, she calls. What's her last name?
I don't know, but she's pretending to be Spanish.
Is it Kim
Yeah.
Basinger, though?
No.
He's
no.
not married to her
He's
anymore?
married to some young chick who has been faking her whole life on social media using a fake Spanish accent, claiming she was born in Spain, and she goes by the name of Hilaria. That's her name. Her name is actually Hillary. She was born in Boston, raised in the United States, and she's just been exposed as a complete fraud. She's gone on TV shows with a fake Spanish accent. Yeah.
What does she do? What's her claim to fame other
Being
than
married
his
to
wife?
Alec Baldwin.
Oh.
That's it. Nothing else.
Yeah, he's a real piece.
Zero.
Thinks he's a tough guy.
He's a loudmouth.
Well, he's the brother that does Trump on Saturday Night Live, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She read something. That's what got her hooked, right? She read something and she couldn't speak Spanish. That's what it was, right? They're like, why can't she speak Spanish? She's from Spanish descent.
They showed a clip of her on a TV show, like cooking, and she goes, "How you say? Oh yeah, cucumber." She was pretending to not
Yes,
know how to
that's what it
pronounce
was.
the
Yes,
word
yeah,
cucumber.
yeah,
You know, Jason knows how to
Fucking
say that.
fraud.
Well, how long did it take?
Oh shit!
Well,
That just registered.
how long did it take them to figure her out?
Jason knows how to say. Knows how to do more with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who broke the story or who figured it out. I think because when she would do interviews or do her Instagram stories, they would hear her Spanish accent fade in and out. So people started to catch on that it was bullshit. And the New York Post is just running away with the story.
Who cares about these fucking people? Go ahead. Leonard's got some fan mail to
Adam,
open.
you mind filming this?
I don't know if you want to put the guy's address in there. Yeah, don't.
Casper, Wyoming, that's all I'll say.
Yeah, don't.
This is for Big Leonard Persons.
That was delivered weeks ago. I'm sorry. Yeah, I totally forgot.
Mailman totally forgot to give me a letter.
You could edit it. Yeah,
Isn't
no,
that
imagine that.
speaks for the U.S. Postal
That's been
Service.
sitting in my car for weeks. When
Well, along
I
with
meant to give it
stacks
to
of
you.
other, probably ballots, too, in the back seat of the car.
Okay. It didn't matter in this state. Hopefully it's some
Lenny,
cash.
Merry Christmas. I ain't no cookie cutter. I'm your fan. I hate autism. I love you, Lenny. I love of age girls. Me too, 14 and up.
Did he say he hates autism?
Yeah.
we did.
If it wasn't for autism, there'd be no Genovaverse. Why does he hate autism?
Joshua Face.
The whole fucking Genovaverse is based on autism.
Oh my fucking god! Did he send you a picture of himself?
Let me
He's
see.
like a cross between
Oh my fucking.
Axl Rose and Brad.
He looks like an Oriental Axl Rose.
Should I show it to the camera or not?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What
Why
is
would-
that?
This guy sends you a fucking Christmas card
Thanks.
with this picture.
You sure
I
that's
have
him?
all the Maniac merchandise
What the fuck?
in my
Wait a minute.
all separate. I'm going to add that to it. Thank you very much.
What is that thing?
What the fuck?
This guy has a YouTube.
Oh, we're on to something.
What the fuck?
He's a known fucking. This is a fake. This guy. They sent a fake picture. This guy is like all over the place on YouTube.
Let me see this.
Oh, that's okay.
That's not the real person.
Merry Christmas to you. I ain't no cookie cutter. I am your fan. Oh my God.
What does he have? Those whips on the wall for bondage and domination? Look behind him.
Oh, if I can remember the name of it, he's all over the place. They make memes about him.
Yeah, look, it's something. See the back of the thing?
From
It's just-
Amazon, yeah.
Well, I have an actual picture of him. Thank you, sir. That's great.
I don't even know who the fuck it is. When you show it in the video, maybe people will know who the hell that is. Oh my fucking God.
That's great.
We haven't got much to we haven't gotten shit to the P.O. Box.
I wonder why, Brad. Probably all those mushrooms that have my name on it. I don't know. The only mushroom I'll get is a portobello from you.
Those mushrooms were for me and Taco Queen. I just told you can come share, but you never showed up.
You told me I can come share the taco queen. You didn't say the mushrooms.
I don't share her. Only with other females.
That's a Freudian slip.
Tell us about your poison ivy. What happened with
Oh
that?
yeah.
I was doing fucking yard work. Normally I have long sleeves and pants on, but I was trimming some eureka palms next to the driveway. And I had a tank top and shorts on. I didn't think I was going to get too involved with it, and I just kept going. And then when I was pulling them out, I started getting some vines. I thought it was a weed, but then I pulled more and more vines out. It was all red. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
It looks like syphilis to me, Brad.
What? You've had syphilis?
No.
Okay. No, that's what it is, man. What are you going to do?
It was itchy.
Yeah, did you see the picture I sent your mom?
Yes, it was horrendous. Why'd you send it to my mom?
Wait, what?
Because your
Really?
mom works for the doctor that I go to.
The doctor that you worship.
I knew that was
How many doctors do you have,
Hey,
Brad?
they got me
You
on
got more
they
doctors
got-
than Dale has
I wanna
trainers.
I have one.
What other pictures are you texting Lenny's mom? That's what I want to know.
She, her response.
You might want to go through her phone, Lenny.
How many tattoos do you have?
She said,
She said she wanted to get her eyeliner
But I
tattooed.
hope
She
you
said.
know that hepatitis C has been running rampant through tattoo parlors.
I haven't gotten
So you
tattooed
better
in a
get your
while.
liver checked.
I have.
And you better cool off on those tattoos. That's a serious
Ask mommy about my labs. They're all excellent. She'll tell you.
So what? You
No,
gotta-
but what? Because she's the nurse, one of the nurses there, so they called in a prescription for prednisone.
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 So, Brad, that makes you feel warm and fuzzy when your labs are.
Of course.
That's a cookie cutter evaluation.
Yeah. What about Andrew Calora? You don't say anything about him going to the doctor when his heart's fucked up, right? You just want to fuck with me about it, dipshit. You should go more.
Yeah.
Actually, you've been to the doctor more than I have this year.
Been
Have you
forced
really?
to go to doctors.
Yeah, fuck you. Exactly.
Have you really gone to the?
Fuck yeah, he's
well,
been in ER like 6 times
Oh
this
well,
year.
that's an emergency. I was like, you know,
Gives a fuck. You're still
like, oh,
seeing
go to the
doctors.
doctor to figure out why,
He's
you know.
been in and out of the hospital every other
Go
month.
for the warm and fuzzies, Brad.
So do you. Those nurses, you do it on purpose so you can grope those fucking Haitian nurses. I know you're scam. You change my bedpan.
I can't take a
I can't
shower
get up.
by myself.
You come in here and help me, miss.
Lenny will be like Williams in Enter the Dragon. I'll take you, and you, and you, and you.
What a great scenario that was.
Yeah.
Last time you couldn't release yourself because you didn't have any clothes.
That's fine. Maniacs, I'm willing to walk naked across a major street or downtown LA.
I believe it too.
If y'all contribute to a certain amount, I'll do it. And that's-
Hey, maybe on the next live you do. And Super Chat will come rolling in. Who wants to see it, Maniacs?
Leonard's channel is doing great. You've bumped up your numbers by like 60% in the past year.
well,
Because you're more active.
it was if it wasn't for you and that showing the guts to get in there with Jay. I mean,
No, that has nothing to do with you building your own channel. You do your lives, and it just builds up your channel.
I think the only one of us who has any business fighting anyone is Robzilla.
Has he been in any fights? Like, does he? I don't know. I'm not trolling him. Does he actually?
At the club they worked at.
Oh, he was fighting people at the
yeah, but they were frown upon cameras.
By the way, he's probably going to be on the next podcast.
He's
so-
a good guy, man.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
him.
We've all been in touch with him.
Yeah.
We'll have him on next time.
Everybody's a good guy in my book. I mean, I really can't say
I disagree with you there.
anybody because, like I said, praise the trolls because most of the time they're right and they're actually making you a better person. There's an old saying by Nietzsche that doesn't kill you, makes you stronger. So bring it on.
A lot of them are funny as shit. They think they're going to get under your skin, but some of the lines they drop are fucking funny.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't.
Brad, what's going on with you in 2021? You know how they like to talk about their resolutions?
Oh, God.
What's your resolution?
Brad's resolution is to get the vaccine.
Oh, please. I've seen a lot of that shit.
Well, they're going to force us to do it whether they like it or not.
Yeah, they're
How
talking.
are they forcing people to take this?
Well, they're not talking about a bunch of different airlines. Are talking about coming up with a quote-unquote vaccine passport.
Well, Leonard called that
you
about
present.
like, oh, you would need
And without
documentation to get on a plane or go shopping that you
Like in
had.
China, you can't go to certain parts of China if you have some type of social infractions on your record. You can't go from province to province.
I don't think they've ever forced a vaccine, have they?
No, not that I'm
Well, your
aware of.
parents force it on you as a baby.
They don't even. I mean, that's just doctor recommended. They don't tell you have to do it.
Hey,
If your kid doesn't get vaccinated, you can't go to school.
people think it's going to be easy.
No,
you know?
because years ago they pulled that shit where you could say it's against my religious beliefs and you don't have to get your kid vaccinated.
Good luck.
Yeah, I know.
Like
What
I
about
said, yeah.
what about places of employment? What if you have a job and they tell you have to get the
They
vaccine?
are going to, or you're going to lose your job.
Well, my cousin works
Don't come to work till you get it.
My cousin works for Broward General, and she says she was forced to take it, but she's had a bad reaction. That night she couldn't sleep. She said her arm felt like it was broken.
That's great.
She still has bad fucking side effects to this day. It's been 2
Well,
weeks.
That's not all that's going to happen. What about down the road?
Like I said, with vaccines, I think of them as like updates. You wait till they roll out and see what they do. Then you wait, you see what the result is of them, and then at some point you make a wise decision.
Got to get everything done by 2030. That's the plan. 2030.
What's in 2030?
2030 is the system. It has to be in place. One world government. 2030 is the deadline for them. They got 10 years, and they're going to do it.
Do a misfit.
2030. Let's get it done.
And what's in 2030?
World government. Total control. No more
It's
human
not
rights.
already?
No more private property. So Bradford Manor could be inhabited by God knows who, and there's nothing you could do about it.
No, you're going to be.
lucky
You're going to
if
be
they
there
let you
fighting.
be there.
You're going to be there fighting them off for me.
Oh, I will fight him to the death. That's no joke.
Well, I hope you're wrong. But
They're going to say
you've been
you
right
have
about
all
a
this
lot more
space.
shit.
You have all these space. You could have people living here.
Yeah.
Put tents in the yard. Oh yeah, watch and see.
Are you talking about like New World Order?
Right. The no more private property. That's frowned upon.
I'll have you standing in my driveway and in your underpants. That'll
Well, I'll
scare
do it
the
as long
fuck
as I'm
away.
armed to the
Nobody's gonna wanna
teeth.
live with him.
I'm going down like a man.
With the mask and the samurai sword just standing in your yard.
You need more than that.
I'll get an old like revolutionary.
Just like President
cannonball
Obama
fucking
said,
thing.
we need a security force equally funded to the United States military, equal weapons.
You're laughing.
And that
You're
people-
serious.
He
I
got
know you're
elected after saying that, and you could look it up anywhere online. Private security is equally funded to the U.S. military. You know how many trillions that is?
How do you feel about Space Force?
They know something, and Pomps knows all along.
No, go back.
They wouldn't do that unless they knew something was out there. Why would they put all that money in the Space Force if they didn't think anyone was out there? They know. And Pomps is right. He's licking his chops.
To be the general of Space Force One. It reminds me of Spaceball.
Why would they do that for a reason?
You think we'll see that in our lifetime?
Doesn't matter if we see it or not. They'll let us see what they want us to see. Remember, no more private property, no more thoughts. And everybody's placated.
Well, we're losing our privacy by the day.
And that's the problem
Nobody's
I
got
have with
privacy
marijuana.
anymore. What's it about?
Get your weed, you're easily to...
What makes you think that?
That's a fact.
Who said that?
Look at history. Why do you think they allowed so much marijuana? It placates you. It takes the fight out of you. It makes you more cheap. When you're high, do you want to fight or do you want to just get along and chill out?
It's very true.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
That's why they're pushing that.
That's an interesting viewpoint on
And on
that.
one hand, people have their porn. So if you're going to have a compound like Bradford Manor, you better back it up with some weapons and know to your, hey, you're going to fight for that, or you're going to live like a man, or die like a man, or live like a sheep, and that's what it's coming down to. In China, what have they done? One woman, they place limits. They tell the citizens how many kids you have. This is what you think.
Well,
You
their
can't say
population,
this.
their population's out
You
of
can't
control.
say that. That's what they want. Millions of men in the army. They want men, and they got them.
You've just seen it over the last few years with the social media. YouTube, for example, too, is now, has been for a while now, shadow banning and demonetizing. When you started the channel, was it?
No, now they just straight up remove videos.
It's insane.
There's no room for contention either.
No, because it's a private company. Twitter. Look at these people that run these these companies.
Like you said.
That's right. This
That's
phone.
watching you.
That's your
Everybody
chip.
has it.
That's your chip.
Everybody gets a vaccine. See how they're
Yeah, we're already
It's coming into
chipped.
play.
Smart, because if
You're already chipped. Now it's time to give you the injections, and
That's
God
right.
knows what capabilities. I don't think there's one thing or two things. I think there's hundreds of things they're going to do with that.
well, look at the flu vaccine. Every year that it's a different. They got to change it every year, so you got to go get a flu shot.
They tried
every
that when
year.
I worked at the hospital. Said you have to take a vaccine, you wear a mask. I never took. I took it one time. Guess what? I was sick on this Thanksgiving.
No
and if
shit.
I never get a flu, why should I take it? Same with this. I laugh at this. Why? Because I can. I put my mouth God knows where probably during all this time with God knows who that has God knows what. But does it matter? No, because my immune system is working optimal.
Tip top.
Yes, that's where the sun comes in. Of course, that's what they said. Everybody go inside. Take them out of that vitamin D.
Correct. Go inside and glue yourself
the
to
gyms.
glue yourself to the television.
We don't
And
anybody
watch the
sweating.
propaganda
Yeah.
be fucking shoved down
Yes.
your goddamn throat on every news channel. This is worry. You put
Scare
so
them.
You could just tell all the fucking paranoid wimps that overreacted to this shit. Oh my god. You got to wear a mask. Oh, what are you doing? Don't.
Well, you know what it reminds me of?
Fucking mouth.
I know, like, I'm always dropping obscure movie references, but remember Invasion of the Body Snatchers?
Yeah.
When if a human is walking down the street and one of the aliens sees him, they point and go, like that. That's like, if you're not wearing a mask, there are people who will do that to you.
Yeah.
Or they'll walk, 20 feet out of the way to make it so obvious.
I kind of like the social distancing thing because I don't want you close to me unless I'm fucking you. So get back. I don't care.
Well, that's a Freudian slip. So you didn't have any limitations on it. It could be male.
That's a
female.
t-shirt.
Right.
I don't want
It
you
could be a
close to me
dog.
unless
Yeah.
you're fucking me.
Right. Don't get anywhere within 6 feet unless we're gonna fuck.
Hear that, Palms? That's your next order. Shirts right there.
But seriously, I mean, how many times have you? Well, you don't get it because you're tall. But like, if you're standing online at the store and you got somebody right behind you and you can feel their breath on your neck, you just want to elbow them in the fucking mouth. Now you don't have to deal with that shit. It's fucking nice.
It's real nice, Brad.
Yeah.
Putting a freaking mask on every time you go out.
The mask, it's just
to
fucking
go in a
stupid.
store. The worst is anybody that wears one of those shields.
The
Oh
right
my
shield.
god, the mask
The
and then
riot
the fucking welding mask.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Dipshits.
I tweeted about that the other day. I was at the park with my son, and somebody had the riot shield and then the mask, and then they took both of them off to drink out of the public water fountain.
Imperfect.
Fucking defeats the whole purpose of why you're wearing that shit.
You got to walk around with one of those welding masks on and just spit all over it. Hey, what the fuck?
And mask wearing, if anything, is going to, in social distancing, is backfires because that's how you develop an immunity, being exposed to germs.
Correct.
That's a fact.
Andrew posted that on the Misfits Instagram a while ago. The George Carlin bit he did fucking 20 years ago talking about it.
Man, I wish he was still alive.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you got to watch the whole bit.
If he was still alive, he'd be locked up. They censor.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
They go after him, or they'd have him killed. I see people being killed for unexplained reasons now, and I like to know why. They could do that. They could shut you down.
Speaking of comedians, did you see what happened to Tom Segura?
Never heard of her.
He was
I
playing
didn't see
basketball or
it,
something
no.
like that.
I heard about it. I didn't see it.
He got fucked up. He broke his arm in a really
And
bad place.
leg too or something.
Yeah.
Oh, another fat guy out of shape doing something athletic that he shouldn't be doing. You're lucky you didn't get injured too.
I know. Listen, there's the other thing I wanted to point out. I saw it because I get screen cap things sent to me. They were like, "Oh, Adam's doing this for views." On what fucking channel?
Exactly.
What
You
channel?
don't have a channel
Exactly.
anymore, right?
Where
I
am
stopped following that Universal Order too. He annoyed me.
Okay.
After a while,
What
showing guns and shit. I'm like, come on, dude. What the fuck are you doing?
Joaquin Day, 1776. What does Lenny think about young guys who want to go to college and become a scientist?
That's great. What's wrong with that?
I don't know.
But you don't have to go to college to become a scientist.
What's another way to become a scientist?
Get on the internet and associate with a scientist. Go to his house, go to his lab.
Internship.
Just like Jay Masters. He called Lenny, now you're a scientist. Remember that?
Learn on the job.
Famous quote. Best way to learn. When people go learn how to lift weights, you don't go to the personal training course. You go in a gym, talk to a veteran.
What is Ask Lenny? This is from Flank Steak Shit. Ask Lenny what he thinks of the Abraham Lincoln statue that was removed from Boston today. Is that true? I didn't hear about that.
Doesn't surprise me.
Ignoramuses.
No way.
That's the commie playbook. That's what they did with the Russian
Fact-checking.
Revolution. They got rid of the czars, all the great Prussian leaders in the past, and they put in the commies. They took away private property and free speech. Those people and they'll denigrate those that are dead.
Oh my God.
There are a bunch of them that say that too.
Oh boy. You're not going to read them?
I don't think so. Oh, okay. There, it's true.
Unfucking believable. That's a fucking statue.
And there's a freed
You're not going to
slave
as much
kneeling
as
at
they
his feet.
as much as they're trying to erase history, they can't. You
It's
can't erase
legit.
history.
It actually happened.
Question for Lenny from Bronson Maniac. Will wearing a shirt displaying how much I bench press get me laid?
What do you mean by laid? What is that supposed to mean? You know what gets you laid? 20, $30. You're going to get laid.
He's right. He's right.
If you're that desperate, what the fuck?
What's the difference between that and something you see in a pornographic movie or some? Tell me, the worst turn on to me is some dolled up cunt that you got to
Wine and
hand
dine.
her after, wine and dine, or even a high priced escort. I'm going to go to the Bunny Ranch, Jay Masters used to say. Yeah, that's thrilling. Drop $1,000. What you want to do is get the most bang for the buck. If that's your goal, it's
Crack
quite
whores
simple.
on Dixie.
Well, some people can get off better than anything with that. So
Speaking of crack whores, strip clubs here are they still open? How can they
Yes.
be open?
Yeah, they're open.
How with COVID prevention?
Doesn't matter. You wear a mask.
yeah, that
While they're
works.
on top of you.
I haven't been to one since
That doesn't
the
make
whole
any
thing,
sense
but
to
I
me.
I
they're
have.
open. They're open till 5 a.m. Oh, have you?
Andrew's grinning.
Porthole Pub on
yeah.
Commercial Boulevard.
My
no,
coworker was there
Yeah.
today. He called me from there.
Oh,
Yeah,
you walk in, wear your mask, they take your temperature, then you're free to do whatever you want.
and their chicks aren't wearing masks.
Nope.
Interesting.
Florida's fucking wide open, man. It's great.
That's Commercial Boulevard, right? Porthole
Sample.
Pub? Sample, that's what I meant, sorry.
that's Rob Zillow's down the road. That's where I went to see Bill Wilmore with Mike T.
Yeah. When you drank piss in front of him.
Yeah, it tasted like warm, like a mixed nut. I drank about
Like a mix.
4 girls. I drank a lot of piss. Although I wouldn't recommend anybody do it. I can do it because of my immune system.
Well, what would happen to someone who doesn't have your immune system?
They could possibly, too much bacteria could overwhelm their system. They could get sick. See, when bacteria comes into contact with me, white blood cells are attacking at the T cell or rendering it useless. And I just excrete the waste from that, broken down bacteria. It renders it harmless.
So how do you feel after you drink that much piss?
Great.
You don't get an upset stomach or anything?
Never.
No?
Never. But I wouldn't recommend it. I'm not really in the mood to do it now.
Do you like it
never
with
that
a couple
before.
ice cubes or just
No, you like
nice
it
and warm?
straight warm, like body temperature.
Ask McCuck, this is from Alex6969M. Ask McCuck why he was wearing women's yoga pants at the fight.
your cute little leggings?
They're my compression pants. My
Aw.
right leg swells up, fucking from it being fucked up. So I gotta wear it. If I don't, it just balloons up even more.
And this leg will fucking snap in half.
There's your answer.
Adam, you should just say,
I'd wear
yeah,
those
I
all
was
the-
wearing
you wear
girls'
them all the
leggings.
time?
I have to when I run or anything because
You
my
beat
leg
the
will
bedroom
legitimately
bully
fall
wearing
off.
girls' leggings, and I had on fishnets, and Jay backed down for me at a Halloween party. How's that? What do you think about that, Jay?
This is from General Jerry 2016. Big Lenny, I want to personally thank you and the Delray Misfits for all the entertainment you guys put out in 2013. I had health issues, but after watching you guys for many years, it got me back in the gym and working out, and now I'm more healthy for it. Big Lenny, you're a big legend. Keep up the mends from Jerry in Belfast, Ireland.
Well, thank you, Jerry, and you ain't seen nothing yet, because I'll be riding my bike again, and I'm going to get set up with a camera holder so people could see me driving through the streets of Lake Worth on my bicycle.
Does Rob Zilla still have that GoPro I gave him?
Probably.
Okay. I'll just text him and ask him because he's the last one I gave it to. Him and Stinky had it
Okay.
when they started your channel. That would be ideal for that.
Well-
and because there's a couple attachments too that I gave him that could
Actually,
probably
I give
hook
you.
up to
I have
that.
all of them.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Thanks, appreciate it. But I will start doing that.
Don't
wherever
say that shit and I could not do it because you're good at the talk, but
Listen to this guy. What do you mean good at the talk?
oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do
If
that,
I
and
say
then you're
something, Brad, it
fucking
goes.
and then you're a no-show half the
If I
time.
say
Give me that
something, it
shit.
goes.
How was your Christmas?
Good, I spent it at your house, remember?
Yeah, but your mom cooked that night, right? You had to be home at 6:30.
Who?
How was the meal? Your mother's house. You had Christmas at your mother's house.
That was kind of disappointing.
Why would she make?
No, it was a good meal, but, that other just wasn't the same. But
Yeah, everybody's the whole family.
I enjoyed
come
the
over?
time I spent you to get my workout, and I felt like at home. And you had, what's-his-face came up to me and introduced himself.
Who? My sister's husband?
No,
My son? No, you've son.
Gizmo.
Oh, Gizmo. My sister's dog. She brought her dogs over.
It's a beautiful day, nice weather, great workout.
It's been great outside.
Her little dog that Lenny liked that he wanted to take home is a Chiweenie, a Chihuahua.
Gizmo, very friendly.
It ran into the weight room. This thing
Didn't
was
even know I was
fucking
behind
10
him.
pounds.
Really?
Turned around, looked at me, and just jumped into my arms.
And he's like, hey.
Chris Brown 6696. Question for Lenny. What's your opinion on Muammar Gaddafi? If you've looked into him, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on his philosophy.
Hey, he made Libya what it was, and I think he was on the right track. He might have messed with us a little bit or had something to do with it. We put him in his place, and he was easy to deal with. He brought stability to the area. It was a horrible way he died, having a spear shoved up his rear end.
Was that on video?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Is it still up?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's on YouTube?
No.
That sounds like the YNC kind of
Yes.
video.
Yes.
No shit.
All those people that put out of power, particularly Saddam Hussein, was the best stability in that region. He was on Iran more than anybody, and he was our ally. He was invited to the White House well before that. He was a great diplomat. Big mistakes there. That's what you need, stability. Some people need to be ruled that way. I'm sorry, but that's a fact.
But not us.
Some of us, definitely.
Yeah.
Question from Let's Get Dumbo Brother. Question for Mayweather. I guess that's Adam.
Yeah.
Was Big J tougher than the gaudy mobsters he fought with growing up?
Not at all. I have to give a shout out to Lord Monkey Prick. He
He's giggling while he's drinking.
It's a good account. He was a good guy. He was talking for the past 2 weeks, giving his advice because he supposedly was an actual fighter. I don't know if that's real or not, but he actually gave some great advice, which was my original game plan going into this whole stupid thing.
Let him gas himself out
Yep.
and then take over.
Yep, simple as that.
I'm surprised he just didn't stand there and wait for you, but he tried to finish it quick. And hey, what did you think about you did a video with him at LA Fitness the other day. You said, how does it look in person?
It looks much worse in person than it does in pictures.
Were you really in Port St. Lucie?
No,
No,
he just says
no.
that to throw.
Yeah, we were in Boca.
Okay.
Oh, I was about to say, it was
No.
like Fort something.
Fort Pierce, he said. We were in Boca.
He doesn't realize that it's not live, so he's trying to throw.
I think it'd be great to
throw
get the
people
Cuban
off.
conservative
It's
on.
bad. It's
No, he was legitimately hurt. When it happened, you can see it actually start to turn color and swell a little bit. So you knew he was hurt. Could he continue fighting? I think
his
so.
range of motion was pretty good, though. I put him through a couple of shoulder exercises that my orthopedic surgeon did with me when I had my shoulder injury.
So is it more shoulder or pec?
I think it's pec.
Yeah.
Well, Cornelius, who has plenty of experience with tears and injuries in the gym, told me to advise Jay to go to a doctor, and I told Jay that, and he said he's fine, so time will tell.
The thing is, though, you can't necessarily judge the severity of an injury based on the bruising. I remember when I used to play basketball in high school, I would suffer a minor grade 1 sprained ankle, but it would blow up to the size of a bowling ball and turn all black. But the injury itself wasn't bad. But, if you just tear a couple of blood vessels or capillaries, it's going to turn all black and blue. But the injury itself doesn't necessarily have to be bad with all that bruising. I don't know. I don't think he's that severely injured. I just think there's a shitload of bruising from
He
broken.
popped some fibers.
Yeah, he's not in pain.
But Brad popped him, and he kept training.
Do you think honestly that he once he got injured, it was the injury that made him stop, or was
Yeah.
that he was gassed out?
Injury, shock.
I think it was the shock of the injury. That's scary. You
I think
feel a
both.
pop like
I think
that?
both.
I do too.
And he probably felt like he did enough already.
I think he thought, I don't want to mess up my lifting, because that's a big part of his life. He hurt his legs. His upper body goes down. He's going to be one miserable guy. So I tend to disagree with that, knowing that what I've done myself pops 5. But honestly, I think a rematch.
No, I have a big. No, that's not.
Jay said he's done. He said
Yeah,
he's not
no,
boxing anymore.
we're
He
done.
wants to instigate a boxing match between me and you, which is not happening.
I have a bigger opponent. I gotta face. So
Called a newborn.
no, not even
A
that.
drooling, shitting newborn.
Not even that.
What is it? What do you not want to talk about?
No, I'll talk about it.
You
'cause
can't say that and not talk
No,
about it.
because
Come
I
on.
said I wanted to talk about it after the fight.
Oh, that's right. You did say something. About that.
So, well, I'm actually fucking getting choked up. Thanksgiving Day.
Your dick's not going to fall off, is it?
No, Thanksgiving Day, I found out that I've had it before. I'm back in stage 1 HCL.
What is that?
Hairy cell leukemia. Yeah.
When did you have it before?
2015, I have a whole video about this on my old channel.
What's it called?
Fucking hands are shaking.
What's it called?
Hairy cell leukemia.
Hairy cell leukemia.
Stage 1. I right on Thanksgiving Day, I got tested again, and I'm sorry if my voice is shaking.
What made you
because,
decide to go get tested again? Were you suffering symptoms?
Yeah, because I felt the same symptoms I did back in 2015.
What were they?
So it's like chronic pain, like in your neck, my kidneys. My legs are always hurting me because of the accident, but I started to feel the same chronic pain again. I went and got tested. There's certain things things they test for. They saw it. They said, you're back in stage 1. It's the same doctor I went to back in Boca in 2015. And basically, I have to start the same regimen. They push, just like the vaccine, they push chemo.
Right off the bat?
Yeah.
No shit.
Have you done chemo before?
No. The regimen I did back in 2015, it took me longer, but there's actually a whole story in Mount Sinai in New York. I have a picture of it, of the regimen I went through, which was drinking 4 ounces of wheatgrass every day for 9 months. Because I did my own homework. I went home, I researched what this was.
It? No shit.
I went home, I did my own research, and anybody can look this up. Wheatgrass with leukemia, how it affects it.
What is the component? Why is it be able to treat it?
It's something to do with, I think, the acidic acid that's in wheatgrass, but I read this whole article on it. I said, I'll give that a shot. I've watched too many of my own friends die from fucking chemo. I wasn't going to do it, especially with, being a dad and having a kid. So I started that, did it for 9 months. Sometime in the middle, I went to New York, to Mount Sinai. They took the same tests or different tests, and they said that your markers are in a better place. Keep doing what you're doing. I kept doing it until...
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm shocked. And anybody can handle it. You can. You've overcome obstacles all your life. You continue to prove people wrong. So
the thing is, my wife doesn't even know.
Right.
I don't mind talking about it, but I can't throw that on my wife being 40 weeks pregnant.
Fuck no. She doesn't need that added stress.
So-
I mean, if you were on your deathbed, you'd have to say
No, I know.
if there's anything you can give as far as advice, DM us.
No, I actually feel great. Nobody knows that the day of the fight, I sat in the parking lot for 20 minutes because my kidneys were killing me.
Oh,
And so I watched Jay walk around. I watched him walk around the park, and then I got out, and then I can handle pain pretty well. So, and that's no way trying to give an excuse for anything in life.
Adam, you don't have to. You never gave an excuse for anything. You
I know.
never needed to, in my opinion.
It's fucking rough, man, because
Pussies make excuses.
since I was a kid, I always felt like something was trying to take me out. Like, I always had this dark cloud, something trying to take me out.
So what's this? What is it? Is it that deadly?
No, it can be if it's not treated correctly. And I said that this time around, because I'm having a second child, if the wheatgrass doesn't work, I'll go with the chemo.
Is it genetic or is it something
No, it's
caused by
rare.
the accident?
Nobody in my family has it. I'm the only one that has it. I've never even heard of this back in 2015.
So basically, it was in remission for 5 years.
Yes. Yeah.
So it can come back and forth your whole life.
Yeah. And then the first time what had happened was back in 2015, I had gone up to New York City, right? And I was playing paintball. And I thought because of the colder climate, I came back, my body hurt, right? And then I remember distinctively giving my son a bath and my arms just went numb, like they had rubber bands around them. So it was like a chronic pain, and then you feel like your body's going numb. So then I went to the doctor and they said your white blood cell count was high and your red was low, so they thought I was sick. A man standing in your face that's double your weight, nothing compared to, your own mortality staring you in the face every day.
Yeah, what's the worst of that?
Not trying to bring the podcast down or anything.
No, it's okay.
Nah, it sucks.
No,
man.
it's where Maniacs are behind you. I know it.
I said I wanted to talk about it after the fight. It never happened, and I've been
It's
thinking
good
of
because
It's actually good to talk about shit like this, because there's a lot of people out there that are knowledgeable about shit, and they might have other remedies too to give you. Like when I posted that picture of this nasty poison ivy on me, I got fucking
advice.
tons of DMs about what to do, how to treat it, and I thanked everybody.
Yeah.
It was good to know.
everybody can talk about positive thinking and prayer and this and that, but I really believe when a bunch of people get together and thinking a certain thought, things can happen in that way. Same way, if I say I'm 18 forever, I use that because trillions of cells in my body are hearing that message from me, and I believe it. 18 forever. Instead of thinking negatively and saying,
I'm getting old and slow. I can't do
Trillions
this. I
of
can't do that.
Millions and trillions of cells in your body are going to follow suit. So
No, I believe in that. I truly believe in that your mental state has a large outcome on how you are
Of course.
physically.
Fucking
100%.
without a doubt. And it's not, everybody, not everybody, but most people only post positive things on their Instagram and social media. The best lighting angles to get their, the best look of themselves and shit. They, because they don't, God forbid, they have like a couple gray hairs out of place or some fucking
Right.
stupid thing.
Nobody's going to want to sponsor
Or their
you.
bitch lips aren't puffed out enough,
Right.
You have some humility. Hey, whatever. I post a disgusting pic of shit, but I got great advice about it, so who gives a fuck? Hell do I give a shit?
with people continuing to post pictures of their homes or their cars
Right.
or their jewelry, I mean, it's about time people realize how shallow that is.
Extremely.
how unimportant it is.
Yes.
Yeah, because none of that.
Yes.
You're taking none of that with you when you're dead.
That's what Leo said on a group live I read tonight. He said he had a Porsche, high.
That's right. The text he sent.
He said he was miserable until he started helping people and he met Lucy and he's interacting with people. So think about that, Dale. Next time you want to put pictures of cars, that's not the Dale we want to see. The Dale we want to see is in the
up
gym.
the engine of his Mustang.
Come on,
that he's
Dale.
about to crash into another house.
What do you want out of that? Are you trying to? You feel proud of that? It's nothing to do with you as a person. Nothing. It's just a material object.
Well, that's
It's superficial.
they feel more accomplished when they have things. The more things they can gather and collect. Look, I got this thing. I got that thing.
When somebody passes away, does anybody really care what they drove?
Exactly.
They care
not.
what kind of person, what kind of character.
1000%.
How do they interact with others? And hopefully Maniacs can see that as they get older.
Would you rather have not just a shitty car, but a regular car and a nice house, or a fucking apartment and a goddamn?
How about a car like
Ferrari?
you had, if you take care of it, could last 20 years?
I'm gonna
That's impressive.
I'm gonna drive that car until the fucking wheels fly
Yeah,
out. I don't
that's
give a shit.
impressive.
I'm gonna try to get 400,000 miles.
Yeah, why not?
Thing. I don't
That's
care.
impressive.
That's what I had to instill that in my son's head, because he would watch a lot of YouTube and he would see, all the shit they have, and it creates this false sense of
Right.
reality.
Yeah, man.
And he would look at me like,
Shit's
"Daddy, why don't
poison."
we have a Lambo?" And I'm like, "Because they're creating this content, have this channel that get all that, but doesn't mean anything."
And it shows insecurity too.
Right.
Oh, I get all this money. I got all this gold. I got these diamonds. I get all this pussy.
When is that going to stop? Why are they all?
Why don't you get personality? Why don't you get pussy with your personality? you
Pure
fucking
definition of a
dope?
cookie cutter. The same look, talk the same way, all over the country, the same things going on in their neighborhoods. It's ridiculous. It's just cookie cutter to the max.
Oh, and you see, and coming up with all the tax return money that at the beginning of the year, you'll see cars with these nice new rims on it. Meanwhile, they live in a fucking shithole. They're out there filming themselves with their my new whip. Look at my new whip. My house doesn't have any AC, but I got a new whip. That's got AC. Fuck it.
Take care of yourself, people. Train, go to the gym. Say something intelligent, inspiring. Say something funny that's going to make somebody laugh. Get invested in yourself.
All you're doing when you do that is setting yourself up to be a victim.
Right.
You ever,
jack.
right. You ever watched the first 48? That
Yeah.
was one of my favorite shows. How many of those cases involve people who will take a picture of themselves on Facebook holding like $15,000 cash, and then 24 hours later they end up shot and robbed?
Genova.
Getting rolled. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many guys I know that went to Haiti, flashed money around, are dead that I work with? About 7.
You're a fucking mark, you dumb shit. I knew a guy that was wealthy. He drove around a whole beat up fucking Volvo. You wouldn't think he had two nickels to fucking rub together.
Didn't PJ
But
get
he
his
had-
car stolen like 3 times? Speaking of cars.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Good.
Recently.
Would you say good?
Yeah.
Lou does that flashy shit though too. Yeah, the Gucci stuff.
We can flash around the Broadway Health now because I got to turn it in. So, but thanks, Lou. I appreciate that.
Oh, are you
gonna
turning in the car?
Back to the bike.
Yep.
It's a shame. Too bad a maniac can't donate a car.
It's a shame because I'm going to get built-in cardio and sun standing, Dale.
Glad you look at it. Glad you're positive about it.
The only thing I'm worried about is if they close the gyms again, how to get to Bradford Manor.
I'll come pick you up.
Yeah,
What's the
I'll
closest
keep it out
gym
of the
to you?
It's not out of my way. I drive.
Bus ride to
You're on my way home.
LA Fitness, most likely in Congress.
The one on
So I'm not
Gateway?
taking
The one on
bus.
Gateway?
And I typically go to the one in Okeechobee and Military.
You're on my way home. After work is when I train anyway, and I get to Uber you back to your mother's or back to wherever you're staying.
How big is the distance between?
It's 20 minutes.
I just hope it doesn't happen.
If
Looking
it
forward to the
does-
challenge.
Gyms aren't closing down here again.
I don't think so either.
That's not happening.
I couldn't say.
You're not usually this pessimistic.
Well, when you see cookie cutters to the hilt, when they're still throwing masks around and talking about grave situations.
Yeah, but DeSantis, man, I liked when he posted
Well,
that.
he was saying-
when he was at that press conference and he showed what is it? Out of the at the time 280,000 deaths in the country, 6% were from people actually with just COVID. 6% of that 280 deaths in this country was 6% of it was just COVID.
But
everybody
course-
else has other underlying.
They haven't completed the agenda, the 2030
I know,
agenda.
I
That's
know.
why they're going to use it. They always said, Joseph Stalin, I believe, said that, never let a crisis go to waste.
So did Hillary Clinton.
Yep.
So did Hillary,
Andrew said that to me.
Hillary fucking Clinton said
She
it
should
too.
be arrested for saying something like that. That's a threat to the American people, and that's against the Constitution to even utter such words.
That's why they hated Trump. He exposed this fucking shady government that we've had. Adam doesn't like that. Adam's kind of he leans a little more left.
No, I'm kind of in the middle. I just want a lot of the stupid shit. I stopped watching the news. I can't watch any of it anymore. No matter what's side. I kind of stay in the middle. There's a lot of things I agree with Trump, his agenda and what he said, and there's a lot of things I don't.
That makes sense to me.
I've never liked either side.
Vaccines, but we're going to get a vaccine out. Stick it up your ass.
These politicians that you see on TV, like Kamala Harris getting vaccinated, what do you think's really in those syringes?
That's what I said.
Exactly.
Kool-Aid?
Placebo.
That's what I said on Leo's with the Leo.
Do you think they're all really getting the vaccine? Or do you think that's
Absolutely
bullshit?
not.
Look at The Rock will be next, and he'll get his weekly test shot. This is my vaccine.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
When I worked at the hospital, hardly any of the doctors got a flu vaccine because I had one tell me that person for the flu that we all had to get, the little people,
Now, I see like
the sheep.
the reasoning, like why they have to film it. It's almost like when you hand a homeless person food. Why are they filming
Makes their lie look
That
better.
is fucking irritating.
Legitimizes
But it's
their
like the same
lie.
thing with the vaccine. They have to film it to show like, the strength behind getting a vaccine.
Well, they want all the big celebrities and the biggest
endorse it and get behind
influencers
it.
to fucking do it. And they say, okay, I'll just put whatever in it. Just don't put the vaccine
just
in it.
dunk it in that water right there, and then.
I just got a DM from Box Squat Bob. McCuck is the biggest loser to ever be associated with.
Thank you.
This fight video should have been titled Homosexual Exhibition.
Bum fights.
Jay and his little Cuban boyfriend by his side.
Where are you reading this from?
On his channel.
All right. Hey, here's one for you guys. RonMan83. Please tell Brad and Lenny to speak loudly and clearly into the mic.
Yeah, I always turn my head towards you.
I almost lost it during the last podcast. Could barely hear either of them.
Thank you for your input. It won't happen again, sir.
Thank you, Lenny. Much better.
Turn up your radio. You're skipping over a lot, Andrew.
Yeah, if you saw him, you would know
I
why.
can imagine half of them what they are in there. Drop dead McCuck, go kill yourself McCuck.
Well, what did they say? They wanted you to butt fuck the loser? Lenny?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They also said they wanted Adam to sit on Jay's face.
Yeah, that was pick up a cord off Jay's head.
Give him the stink eye.
I thought that was Linda, that girl. That was her daughter.
Yeah.
I mistakenly introduced her.
Mistakenly. Yeah, well, it's still up there.
Was she there as his ride? Or, I mean, it just...
No, he was with his Cuban boyfriend.
He's actually. I've DM'd with him. I invited him on our podcast months ago.
Yeah, he's
before
very-
we
I
went
like
on that,
his laugh.
before we went on that hiatus. Yeah. He said he would come on, so
Yeah,
we
he's-
just got to schedule it.
Yeah, he's a character, definitely.
He's a little bit of a
Cuban conservative.
He's a little bit of a Jay dick rider, but I think he's more sensible.
Yeah. He
Big
seemed
Bear.
fine to
He
me.
called Jay a bear. I don't know if that was a Freudian slip. Big Bear hungry.
Bear?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
said
he
that.
called him. And
Getting high with him.
He's
Big
okay,
Bear.
Big Bear's hungry.
Big Bear hungry. Big Bear hungry.
Save it, Big Bear.
Don't think it's good to get high with somebody. You might have having sex with them, so that's what scares me. You don't see me doing that. No.
That was the point.
Going with a guy getting drunk. No, not me. No.
There was a few Maniacs that showed up.
Yes, that we've seen before. We thank them for their support.
I was waiting for you to ask that one of them if he's a long-lost relative of Ian McCarthy.
Yeah.
The one with the glasses?
Yeah, a bulked up Ian McCarthy.
Who?
Ask McCuck what it feels like being the baddest man on the planet after beating Big J Masters.
His humiliation is my
Do you
victory.
feel like that is
What?
after the
Baddest man on the planet?
I pay my bills makes me feel like the baddest man on the planet. Taking
Take
care of my
taking
family,
care of your
yeah.
family? Exactly. This is all fun and
This
games.
is all stupid.
Jack Stells, ask Lenny about the Paris Commune and whether he sees that happening in the U.S. What's the Paris Commune?
The Paris Accords. Is that what he's talking about?
It says Paris
I'll have
Commune.
to check into it, but
Commune.
I would think that's commune. That sounds like a type of.
The only thing that is the Paris Accords are for global warming. That's the only thing I could think that's what he's referring
I don't want to
to.
hear that ever again.
No,
that's the
that's-
first thing that Biden talked about is global warming and the pandemic.
Do you remember during the 80s? I remember when I was a little kid during the early 80s, all they talked about was the impending ice age. Do you remember that, Lenny?
Yes.
We're all going to die over the ice age. There was no fucking ice age.
Miami will be underwater.
Spread fear, cause a panic, and have people run to the government for reassurance. It's in the playbook. Divide this nation.
Divide and conquer.
Racism. Parents against children.
Yeah, they
divide
make
the male and female.
everything you
ruin
say
the
is
family.
racist. Hanging the American flag.
the
Now you're
family,
a
yeah.
fucking racist. Come on, will you fucking knock
I don't
it
even
off?
acknowledge that anymore.
No, it's fucking ridiculous. Just fucking.
Maniacs,
It just
nobody-
shows you how easy it is to brainwash people.
Nobody has the right to tell you what to think, what to eat, what to say at all. And one thing you have to do is don't interfere with your fellow man's right to do so. Period.
On a scale scale of 1 to 10, how obsessed do you think that trained to be a freak guy on YouTube is with Jay? He's repugnant, complete human filth, says 680 South.
No, he has a good channel.
Well, that's got to be a Jay Dick Rider or one of Jay's fake accounts to say that.
Remember, human filth
Hey,
is somebody.
for that guy to not ever be around us in person and just as an observer, he's fucking right on a lot of the shit he says.
Somebody like Richard Ramirez kills others, tortures others, and causes serious divisions in society. That's the definition of human filth.
Yeah, this guy has a YouTube channel that talks about he's got Jay figured out, and Jay doesn't like that.
Right.
You know,
And
that's
his-
why
his
Jay has
last
something
video-
against me because I've had him figured out for a long
Correct.
fucking time.
And his last video, he hit on every point. I had to explain to him why I didn't, finish Jay. I had to explain that because he was like, with all the things he said.
A lot of people are upset at that.
Because
I saw a lot of DMs right
I know.
now.
You were able to think in the moment about the repercussions. When
Correct.
a lot of people in the heat of the moment aren't fucking thinking. You're
Correct.
just enraged.
Yeah, I know.
You know. So that's why I said he's very lucky that it was you he was boxing, and that's why he only took took you on, not anybody else he challenged.
Question from JX Church. Lenny, my friend keeps saying he has a quote-unquote friend with benefits, whatever the hell that even means. Do you have any advice for him? He's been very cookie-cutter lately. Friend with benefits.
Don't catch feelings, or you're going to get yourself
Or something worse.
friends with benefits. Whoever catches feelings is getting hurt.
That's life.
Yeah.
But it's how you overcome it. Don't
Or it
live
might-
life
or
thinking
it
you're
might
going to minimize
blossom
things.
into a great
Live
relationship.
life intelligently and always watch your back and be aware of your surroundings. That's why it's not good to get inebriated out in public because you have no control over yourself. You can do things that you didn't intend to do.
Think with the head on your shoulders, not the one between your legs.
And when you go out, think at any time you could be carjacked or somebody could be opening fire. It can happen.
It's not exactly kind of
And
off the
another
rails
thing.
from friends with benefits, but
Cookie cutters go out and New Year's Eve and drink. They go out. I'm sorry.
it's called amateur night.
While you were in New York, did you ever go to Times Square?
No.
Me neither.
Never did it once.
Why the fuck would you?
I've never done it.
I was invited. I never went.
How the fuck could you stand in that crowd?
long.
In that crowd,
Nope.
and if you're drinking and it's that cold, you got to piss. For me, whenever
People wear diapers. That's how they do it.
no shit.
Yeah.
Like race car drivers. Yeah, they wear diapers.
Oh, it must be fucking
And
disgusting.
then it gets
down
cold after you've peed in it.
And imagine being a sanitation
people
worker
warms
having to
up for
clean that shit up the next day.
Oh, can you imagine? No fucking thank you.
Tensions they get. I'd
Never,
sign
never,
me up.
never once did I ever watch that on TV and want to be in the middle of that fucking shit.
Same.
No, thank you.
Think it through, Maniacs. Think it through. Do you really want to do that? No.
All the years.
That's the kind of thing you watched on TV and it looks like it'd be fun.
for like 5 minutes. Imagine those
No,
times when it was
thanks.
negative 15
No.
and they're standing out there like practically dying in one
Those
spot.
businesses having to filter out, get the people to not come in there and shit in their bathroom or piss in their bathroom. You know, you got to buy something if you want to come in here. I'm sure there's kind of that's got to be such fucking what a pain in the ass for the workers down there.
Maniacs, book your cameos on Big Lenny, cameo.com for your New Year's motivation and interaction. The Maniac universe is growing by leaps and bounds. I want to hear from you.
Yeah, you've been doing good lately.
Real good.
It's like I know some people personally now. It's great. And
Yeah, I saw because
Hopefully.
I saw some come in. There's a couple that I've known their name before.
the females getting it for yourself.
And their
Father,
boyfriends.
no such thing as a boyfriend, girlfriend.
Okay.
Somebody's husband, wife, whatever. Very inspirational for me too. I like doing them pre-workout. Try to do them as fast as I can. When I get up into the middle of the night to take my glutamine and pee, I always make sure I do it. So,
That's when you do them.
yeah.
Oh boy. I gotta watch some
Right
of them. You
before.
can go on there and watch them. I think, right?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, at cameo.com.
Yeah.
Just go walk and
Adam, do you have a message for any fans during the new year? What would you say to them in general?
live your life like it'll be gone tomorrow. Simple as that.
There you go.
Well, fuck. You can't do that.
Yes, you
Christ.
can.
I
You
get
have
myself in a lot of.
In what way?
With certain parameters.
Don't do
What way?
that.
What would you get in trouble
What are you
doing?
kidding me? If you knew you were going to die tomorrow, what the fuck would you do?
Eat a flank steak, go to sleep.
Bullshit. Bullshit. We would be hopped up on all kinds of good shit and going on
You would
some
be.
hunting.
You would be. I wouldn't need to be hopped up anymore. You know you're going to
Are you
have
fucking kidding me?
you're going to have a day of
Jesus
life. Why would you
Christ.
want to get yourself and not in an altered state of mind? You got one last day. Think of that.
That's true. If you
Within
had-
certain reason. You know,
Okay,
like, you know,
yeah.
it's not the purge.
yeah,
You know, like-
that's not a. Just try to be a better person.
All right, Maniacs, I'm going to have to leave this podcast. I enjoy doing it. I got to
Oh, yeah,
be
you
on
got-
with Meow Man and a mystery guest tonight, and Leo, of course. and I'm looking forward to
That's been
this.
fun. I enjoyed doing those.
Why aren't you on tonight, Brad?
Because Dale's coming in.
Who?
Dale. He's got Dale's
kidding me?
gift. Yeah, I got bumped for Dale.
Wait a
I'll believe
minute.
it when I
Wait,
see
Dale's gonna. They have reception out in the woods. Yeah. Up in the trees, they have a reception to do a live.
I don't know where the fuck he is. I think he's close to home because he goes home.
That should be interesting.
Imagine
And
they
then
call
and then
in.
you got a Palumbo at midnight.
Possibly, if I could stay up. But
He's having you back on, huh? They must have got to him. The Maniacs spoke after that live we did at the house. And he's like, "Oh yeah, Dave, what happened?"
also check out misfitsgear.com. And what's the other one, Adam?
The Big Lenny Show.
The Big Lenny Show merchandise, correct?
Yep. Yeah. Go to his YouTube
Unique
channel. You
designs
can
being
see-
updated all the time. Great
You
service.
should put the link in the Big Lenny show when you post a video. Put the cameo link in there. And
I
everything
do
else.
that.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Andrew, any time frame for our next Delray Misfits episode?
You guys tell me.
Okay.
Next
You
time
hear
I can go up to Brad's place anytime I'm off
Hear
and
that,
film.
Maniacs?
All right.
It'd be much better at an actual public gym, just because it's
I still got an LA Fitness membership. I'll always have
it's
that.
too as great as it is to have Brad's gym to film training videos. It's just too sterile an environment. It's good to have people in the
To interact
background,
with, yeah.
random conversations, interactions. That's not going to happen at Brad's place. As great as it is to have a gym to film at.
Anytime.
Yeah, guys, let me know.
Maniacs, do you want the bully on the next podcast?
I'll sit that one out.
What?
You heard me.
Why?
You know why?
No, I don't.
Don't play stupid.
I am.
Bullshit.
You're going to let somebody's from keeping you doing what you're doing. He has that much power over
I
you.
don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Then you wouldn't have an
I don't wanna,
objection.
why would I want to aggravate myself?
You're already saying you're getting aggravated.
No, I'm not.
He's winning, Brad.
He's not winning shit.
He has space
How is he
renting your brain.
Not at all. I'm renting space in his fucking head because he can't keep my name out of his fucking mouth. Look at him.
You can't keep him out of your head.
He keeps saying my name everywhere, when it has nothing to do with anything.
Oh, Brad should fight the cock next. I think Brad would get his ass kicked. Yeah. Let's start that. That's going to really happen.
He's a fucking moron. I want nothing to do with him. He's a piece of shit. I said it before and I'll say it again, and I'm not wavering. Okay.
You hear that, Maniacs?
I want nothing to do with him.
If you have a different belief
He's
on
a scum.
Brad's take,
He doesn't deserve
let us know.
my friendship. That fat piece of shit. He deserves to be in the fucking dirt.
For $1 million, would you be handcuffed to him for a week?
No.
$10 million.
No.
Listen to this
That's a
guy.
lot of
Oh,
money.
my God.
$10 million.
Oh,
You wouldn't be
please.
handcuffed to him
Brad.
for a week.
10 million, yeah.
Just think all the mushrooms you could
Yeah,
suck
but-
down your throats.
10 million, yeah. But he'd have to brush his teeth.
No, he doesn't brush his teeth the whole week.
Doesn't
That's
shower.
good. There'll be mushrooms growing in his mouth, and Brad will lick them up.
By the end of the week, his arm would be sawed off
Yeah, from fist fucking you.
from me chopping it off.
Come on, Brad. Let it go. Let it go.
Lenny,
I actually agree with Brad.
he crossed the line you don't cross.
Leonard. You just don't cross, and he went there.
What do you mean lines you don't cross? Like what?
You know
Going after-
exactly
going
what. You
after
know
his
exactly
daughter.
what. Saying what he said was fucked
Saying.
up. Doesn't matter, Lenny. It doesn't fucking matter.
But the thing is,
okay?
Leonard, here's the thing is like, it's not just Jay, it's all his dick riders around him that stir up and do more shit.
It's all talk.
It bothers me that he said that.
And that's supposed to be
I
his
know.
friend?
I know him. It's fuck the rest of them. Him. Fuck him. He's done. He's done with me. That's it. I want nothing to do with him.
Looks like he got the victory.
Good. I don't give a fuck. Give him it. I don't give a fuck.
Anybody can come sit next to me, whatever. I'm not going to leave the room. The worst kind of human filth.
The only thing I'd like to do is wrap a golf club around his fucking head. That's about all I want to do with him.
Where's that?
I don't want to sit around and talk to. I don't want to smell his
Your
stinky
precious
fucking
golf
breath.
club.
Oh yeah, I'd
You
ruin
must
everyone.
really hate him.
There was a comment that I read that they believe that Brad would be hiding somewhere in the park with like a steel chair, like right in the middle of the boxing match, and fucking lay out Jay with a chair.
To be honest, I'm glad I wasn't there. That was fucking awful.
Can you imagine
Yeah, that
if
makes
we
two
were,
of us.
Wait.
fucking awful.
Can you imagine if we try to raise $500 for a ring,
Oh, God.
and if that happened
That's
in
pathetic
early?
for him to even go out there. Like, what the fuck is the matter?
You know, usually I'm very disappointed anytime something goes on that I could be there to film and I can't because I have to work. This is one of those rare occasions where I was like, thank fucking God I had to work. And I missed that shit.
He doesn't want to do the podcast anyway. He doesn't like doing this shit.
From what I read from comments, I don't think that anybody wants. Listen, they hate my guts, but from the comments I read, they
Who's
don't want
they,
Jay.
Adam? Who's they? Don't jump to
He
conclusions.
said the comments he reads.
There's many people that love you. Trust me.
The ones I read, they dislike.
The problem
Jay.
the problem with a lot of the when you get into the comments, there can be fucking 100 good ones. The one bad one you're gonna focus on. So just
What are the bad ones, Brad?
you know
Define a
what's-
bad
you know
comment.
a negative.
No,
one.
I don't. I really.
Lenny's a pedophile.
That's a good one.
No.
We'll see, it affects you a little bit differently.
I'm just shaking in my boots.
All right, so we're done. That's it. Next week is Rob Zilla, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Next podcast.
Next podcast.
What
I
about the
shouldn't say next week?
bully on standby?
Yeah.
Bully on standby.
Another 3 months.
Bully on standby.
I figure mid-January.
I think there's people out there that want to hear from him.
Good.
Hear his explanation of
He
it.
has his own channel.
Let him do a lot. Yeah,
I thought you were going to call him, Andrew.
What the
Call him
fuck?
now.
Where's
I asked him. He said he doesn't want to. I texted him
That
during the
chicken
podcast. I said,
shit.
"Do you
Why
want to
does
call
he
it?"
want
fucking
to?
chicken shit?
Why
It's
does he want
exactly
to?
right.
Exactly. Why does he want to?
Because he's embarrassed and he fucking should be. And I'm glad he's fucking embarrassed.
About he tore
No,
back.
that I'm not embarrassed about? Please,
back.
please.
Tore back.
It's past the torn pec.
Don't give a fuck. You got
Somebody 5'8", 215 pounds fucking showed up, and that happened out of that. That's
He's
humiliation.
a big tough guy. Yeah, give him credit because he. Oh, that's a pretty cat. The orange one.
Where is he?
He's right out there. He's pretty big too. I thought you said he was.
Oh,
tiny.
he came out?
Yeah, you get bellies on both them motherfuckers. You feed these cats too.
He's
much.
feeding him all the dead body parts.
a lot lately.
The Delray Ripper strikes again.
No, I like that. That's a nice.
And I got a big freezer now in the garage too. I'll show you.
You can't even turn yourself around.
I'm so
Jeez.
pumped up. I did back today.
Oh, you and Jay boxing would be like a fucking rock'em sock'em robot
What
shit.
is that on your ear?
I don't know. It's either my CPAP strap or my neck harness. Been ripping that apart for years. It is pretty ugly.
Melanoma.
Well,
Just get a fucking razor and hack it off.
exactly. All right, Maniacs. I was glad to be here. Again, congratulations, Adam. You are the champion
Well, thank
and an example to everybody.
Here's to the winner.
by
Technical TKO.
yeah.
It legitimately is a technical TKO.
And if it went to the judges' scorecards, you lose. But that's neither here
And
nor
I hope
there. It wasn't a sanctioned event.
Win, lose, or draw, I got what I needed.
Hey,
I smell a rematch.
I'm glad Lou showed up in his leather jacket and sweatpants to make it happen. Looked like fucking
Somebody said
Don.
he looked like
He
a
looked
couch.
like Don Vito.
Somebody say he looked like a cow.
He was like
A couch?
he was like a confused wise guy. Oh, leather jacket, sweatpants.
wider than Jay.
Fuck it, a leather
He had like
jacket,
15 masks in his pocket, like he was going to hand them out.
It's either like a leather jacket and whatever those wise guys wear, or a full sweatsuit outfit.
Well, I thank Lou for wrapping my hands and Jay for waiting till my hands were wrapped to come give me that faggy little belly bump.
He was trying to psych himself
Why
up.
did he want to check your gloves? He says, I'm coming over to check your gloves, you pussy.
Yeah.
What was that all about? Check for what?
We're going to fucking hold a roll of quarters in there?
Yeah, exactly. You could look right at my
I'm gonna
gloves. I
check
showed
your
my gloves. There they are.
They're fucking 30-pound gloves anyway. It was a pillow fight. It was.
That's what it felt like getting hit by
It
pillows.
looked like you guys were throwing fucking pillows.
Bully, rest up, heal up. We want to see you pushing some big weight again, which is what you're good for.
Hopefully you learned your lesson too, Jay.
Never.
Not by me, just in general.
He's always been like that and always will be.
But look at the good that came out of
Fuck
it.
him.
He believes in freedom of speech, and he made everybody step up their game. So that's why I always say, thank God for the trolls.
You're one of them.
I love his troll. It's
Lenny's
great.
trolling is fucking funny. Your commentary in that video is pretty damn good.
Well, it's going to be better when you get in the ring.
Who?
You.
With who?
Whoever.
Not whoever.
You owe it to the Maniacs.
I don't know anybody's shit.
You do.
Well, how's that?
Get in there with Jay.
Okay. Boxing. After I saw one.
You could do a way better job, I think.
I don't know. I'm kind of scared.
Should
I don't
be.
like windmills, man. They give me anxiety.
Well, I'm sure the Maniacs would like to see it, and all. Feel free to
But see, he'll
put your
I
comment
gotta
in.
train for a year.
Do you want to see Brad in the ring? Put your comments in, Maniacs, and have a good night.
Of course they do. It
We'll
won't
see you
happen. He's
with the next
retired. Adam
podcast.
put him into retirement after one fight. Towards Pat, got his truck towed. It's fucking perfect. Go fuck yourself.
Good night.
Bye-bye.